Now sport, and last week the Army celebrated winning the Inter-Services boxing title for a record 25th year. This week the Royal Air Force is chasing a similar milestone in table tennis as the Inter-Services Table Tennis Championships got underway at Halton earlier today. Defending champions the Air Force looks set to continue their domination of this competition for at least another year. With some of their senior players back in the fold and hitting form at the right time, it's hard to see past the Light Blues lifting the winners' trophy for a record 25th season. It's already been quite a year for the Air Force team. In September they travelled to China, the first British Forces team ever to have played in the People's Republic. This was a chance to play against the world's greatest table tennis nation.
Sometimes you're a bit awestruck by how good they are, but when you dig in, you find you can give them a game, you know, and you come away far better with the experience. When we played in Xi'an in the south of China, we'd already played in Beijing, and they'd weighed us up somewhat and told the people down there what team to put out against us. So we trained with them, and they put their team out with us for 2 days to train. Worked out that the team they put out wasn't strong enough, and on the day they put a different team out.
Well, that's quite a compliment for you guys, isn't it? The fact that they had to change things. What was it like playing in that sort of environment?
Fantastic. The arena was full of Chinese servicemen. We were applauded and chanted into the hall, introduced individuals to the crowd, had a wave to everyone, and we were marched out to a standing ovation. Absolutely fantastic.
The experience of China will live long in the memory for the players involved, but it's also inspired the Air Force to continue developing the sport in the UK.
We now play at the National League level, and we have done for 2 seasons, and we've been competitive. There are not many sports, I think probably 2 or 3 in the Air Force, there may be some in the Army and the Royal Navy, but table tennis in terms of competitiveness is right up there amongst the big sports. So while we may be small, we actually do have a high profile.
Chris Sumner, the young SAC, is being touted as a future Forces champion.
She joined the academy in January. She's been with the Hungarian coach last weekend. She's now the RAF champion for the ladies from last week, and she is a real talent, and we're lucky to have her on our side.
With the Air Force celebrating its 90th anniversary this year, the table tennis team are hoping they can add to the party atmosphere.
Now, table tennis, the RAF wrapped up their 25th consecutive men's title yesterday and also swept the board in the individual events.
Yesterday was a proud one for the RAF, celebrating its 90th birthday, and the table tennis team also had a few landmarks of their own to pass at Halton. They duly retained the men's team title for the 25th successive year, and the Army A was second. With the Army's number 1, Wallace Mahaffey, recently deployed to Afghanistan, the RAF dominated the men's singles. The semi-final between Roy Claxton and Tony Stead produced an epic encounter. Claxton eventually won 4-3. But in the final, he was up against the master of RAF table tennis, Mark Donoghue, who he'd already partnered to victory in the men's doubles. The final was a fairly straightforward 12th individual victory for Donoghue, who also took the mixed doubles title to cap a superb season.
The main thing was for us to win the team event, which we achieved on Monday, which was brilliant, and to win the singles just crowned the week off, really.
The Army and Navy have promised they'll be back next year to try and make a dent in the RAF's domination of services table tennis.